James Melendez. This wine glass is next. This is a Schott Zwiesel Bordeaux glass. Stay tuned, I'll give my thoughts, impressions, and point score on this wine glass. Stay tuned. So this price point on this wine glass was very inexpensive. I was surprised it was $10 to $12, and it's performed very nicely. I use it quite often actually. And so I did compare it against this other glass. So a very nice large formatted restaurant Riedel glass. So the circumference on this is going to be a little smaller than this one here. It does matter in the experience, in my opinion, in terms of the way I rated this in terms of point score. I think the silhouette on this is acceptable. It's not really, when I taste and I have a choice between these two, this glass wins out all the time. So who doesn't want the most optimum wine experience in your own home? Of course you do, right? So that's why I always go to this wine glass here. So this wine glass is something that I think it's acceptable. It's fine. Here's a photo right here. You'll see of these two wine glasses. The foot on this is really diminutive. That's what I see a lot in Schott Zwiesel glasses, which are not very attractive. I think the footing should be a lot larger. I never see that problem with Riedel, and that's an awesome experience because think about it, if you're serving maybe 6 people at your dinner table, you'll see a smaller diminutive footprint, and it just doesn't look very attractive. Now this is one where, yeah, the surface area is decent, but on this wine glass here, and I do have to do a comparison, is that this wine glass has a much, and of course the same pour, same wine, same vintage and producer and so forth. I did try this against a Burgundy glass, which is a much larger surface area, which is nice to have as well. So ultimately, this wine glass, so I don't feel bad that I spent $10, possibly $12 on this glass. It's not one that I'd buy again. I don't recommend it. And it's one, if you have a choice between this and the Riedel glass, I definitely choose the Riedel glass by far. But I definitely was interested in terms of how did this perform in terms of its nose as well as a palate characterization. So I'll give you some notes on this. This is again a Syrah, same wine as the other wine glasses. So this is a nose of rich raspberry, cassis, spice, dried herbs, as well as autumnal herb garden. And next is the palate characterization. If you see the Riedel restaurant review right up here, you'll notice some differences in terms of how I characterize the palate to the nose. This definitely expresses differently. This definitely has a nice carry in terms of what comes through from the surface area to the rim of the glass. I'm getting a good characterization of the wine itself. So I'm definitely getting a lot of nice notes on this wine. And so it definitely is not going to be the same exact notes because the other wine glass is going to express slightly differently because the surface area is bigger. The architecture, the design of the glass is going to be much larger and giving a different expression of the wine itself. So this is giving a characterization of rich red and black fruit notes, black pepper, clove, bay leaf, and sage and violets. So this does express differently. The Riedel restaurant glass delivers a, I think, much more fulfilling, more complex characterization altogether. There's a long-lasting quality to the wine itself. This one has a more limited character to the wine itself. Also, I would say even on the Burgundy glass, I'm getting a lot more, say, minerality notes where I wouldn't get that here. So I think these other wine glasses perform very, very nicely. I think they do a handsome job of expressing the wine. And so this is not really going to give the notation that I think these two other wine glasses do in a much superior way. And so this is a wine glass that's a 92-point wine glass out of 100 points. So it's not my best wine score for a wine glass. It is okay, it does a job, and that's it. So if it breaks, I'd be sad, but I'd be sadder if this wine glass broke right here, the Restaurant Riedel or the Definitions wine glass. I'd be very sad with that. This one, not so much, but I'm not going to give it away either. I'm going to still utilize it where possible. And so glasses do break, and so it's always good to have some spares. Thank you for watching today. Questions and comments, please list down below. Now be sure to share this review with somebody interested in wine glasses. Thank you for watching today. You'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress, and I will see you very soon. And thank you for your support. Stay tuned for more. Santé.